Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar. Today I'm going to start off a question. Would you pay $8 to be verified on the internet? Well, you probably have a rough idea of what I'm talking about. I've been out the whole day touching grass, but throughout the entire day I was kind of wondering to myself, would somebody pay for verification? Now, Twitter verification is kind of like having a dunce cap. You know, if you get it, alright, congratulations, alright, shit takes all around. Get ready for it, boys, it's coming at it. Now, of course, when it comes to verification, Twitter has always treated verification like it's some weird badge to have. Like, it's kind of like an old boys club, if you will. It used to be like journalists would verify themselves, and it's still kind of the case, right? Like, there are literally 20-follower journalist accounts that are verified because they're journalists, you know what I mean? Or people in, like, very, very influential positions. I don't know how somebody getting one like on their tweet and one reply from their mother is suddenly influential, but it's been for a long time, like, content creators were having massive issues getting verified. Like, they would put in the applications and they would literally be like, oh, nobody really knows you, even though those, like, content creators and, like, streamers would have, like, infinitely more popularity and say in matters than, like, I guess the average, like, legacy media journalist, if you will. In recent times, it's pretty much opened up, and if you have, like, news articles, if you've been featured in, like, news articles, generally you'll get into the entire situation. Now, if you all know, Elon Musk spent $44 billion purchasing one of the biggest internet sewage drains. And of course, obviously, Elon did not want to purchase Twitter to begin with, let's be honest here. This deal was so tumultuous throughout its entire, like, history. And finally, when it came to, like, Elon being put up against lawsuits and basically forced to take the deal, Elon is now CEO and, I guess, multiple executive positions of Twitter at the moment. And, you know, it's been a few days. Not much has changed. There's not a lot of moderations. I swear to God, the first day he became CEO, it was something like 500% increases in the N-word, which I think was just random accounts just seeing if they could get banned, which a lot of them did, given the fact that Twitter's TOS has not gone through any changes. In fact, the enforcement is still there. Congratulations. If you say racist shit, you'll get removed. What a shocker. Now, since then, there's been a lot of malding given the fact that Elon Musk has brought up the idea of paying to keep your verification check. Now, if you ask me, this is kind of a dumb idea. I think if all it took was paying $8 to keep the badge, it's not really worth it, okay? Verification on Twitter doesn't really mean anything other than getting a big check. It feels like scams and spams still reign supreme. But of course, when it comes to this, Elon said Twitter's current lord and peasant system for who has or doesn't have a blue check mark is bullshit. Power to the people. Blue is $8 a month. Now, there's not much else being said after that. I really do believe that when he's talking about verification, he'll still actually require you to submit an identification, an ID card, send it over to Twitter, and that'll be used to verify if you are actually who you say you are. Again, I don't think it could be anybody could make like an account. Like, for instance, somebody could make Mudahar and like, you know, send them like whatever fake ID and that still gets verified in. I don't know, maybe that'll work. I don't think anybody can just verify themselves as some random person. I still think verification will require you actually being who you are. Now, if it came to having $8 a month to just have a check mark, I think it's a waste of time. I'd rather spend that money towards something else. Now, of course, Stephen King was like 20 bucks a month. Initially, it was like rumored to be $20 a month, which is a lot of goddamn money. Fuck that, they should pay me. If this gets instituted, I'm gone like Enron. Which, I guess, fair enough. Obviously, Twitter, like a lot of social media services, should have the ability for all creators to kind of make a revenue stream off of it. Honestly, it's one of the reasons why YouTube is so successful, because you have the ability to make a revenue stream. Creators produce content, they get into the whole circle, and they then make money and are able to sustain themselves so they can keep making content and keep expanding upon it. Now, obviously, I looked further into Elon's thing, and it's a giant chain, so I figured let's not fall for the misinformation. Now he says price adjusted by country proportionate for purchasing power parity. So basically, if you live in like Mogadishu, your subscription's going to be a lot cheaper than somebody living in like New York City. Okay, understood. Cool. You will also get priority in replies, mentions, and search, which is essential to defeat spam and scams. Actually pay to win. All right, that's all it is. Actually pay to win. Ability to post long video and audio. Now, I think that's a little wild. I don't know if that means like I can put a whole 30-minute episode of like deep web browsing onto Twitter. Not that anybody is going to watch that scrolling through while they're on the toilet. Audio's interesting. I mean, we kind of already have that with Spaces, but cool. I think getting priorities and like mentions in search is that is definitely pay to win. So clearly if you pay the extra money, you get represented more in the algorithm, so to speak. You're literally paying to boost yourself. Then you get half as many ads. You don't even get to remove all the fucking ads. You still have half as many ads. Now, comparing this to something like YouTube Premium, which is something that I think is fair. I mean, I personally don't have YouTube Premium, but if you have YouTube Premium, I think they remove all the advertisements anyways. But yeah, that's something there. I've always said I'm totally cool if you like ad block me or whatnot. I get it. Some ads are kind of wild. But if you want to get rid of ads and support your creators, I think YouTube Premium is definitely a far better deal than what you're getting here. Like half as many ads, you still get them, just not many. Honestly, advertising on Twitter is a bit of a rough spot too, because Twitter and Reddit are those two social media platforms where ads just don't actually convert. YouTube does a fair job of personalizing the ads because they gather so much data off of you that they actually are effective. On Twitter, I don't know if they don't gather enough data, but I generally see like the same ads no matter what. Like nobody has ever bought a fucking truck off Twitter, Elon, or whoever's running it, all right? Or used to run it. That's not how things work. Obviously, if they're going to get better ads, all right, which is probably what they should if they want to sustain themselves. Twitter is an unsustainable, it's always a money draining platform. Popular, but money draining. If you're going to actually have advertisements, you might as well go all the way and make them actually worthwhile. Paywall bypass for publishers willing to work with us. So I assume they're going to be giving each of these like news articles and news publishers a little bit of money every month in order to make sure they don't paywall their content. I'm usually against the whole paywalling of like journalistic content anyway, especially when it's like super important shit. But it'd be cool, all right, to have like, because nothing sucks harder than clicking on something that's super important and then they straight up tell you it's like pay $2 a month and you get access to all of our website. Then you've also got, this will also give Twitter a revenue stream to reward content creators. Now this is pretty big, all right? If you told me that I could give $8 a month and be able to actually make money off of the shit posts that I make, I think that would be a pretty good job. I have a fairly healthy Twitter account, so I could actually make a pretty good chunk of change that I could put towards building more weird computers with virtual machines and make content on YouTube out of. That's the only cool thing. What's really wild are some of the weird takes that have been happening, okay? For instance, this one guy says, verified people are a major reason why many people are on Twitter in the first place. If anything, they should be paying us. Verified accounts bring people to Twitter and help with ad revenue. Now, I think this is a little bit egocentric. Honestly, Twitter is the only place that I'll use if I'm on the toilet, okay? So if I'm actually shitting britches, then I'll fire up the Twitter app and shit post or like scroll through the feed. I don't think it's necessarily verified people creating content on Twitter that's drawing people in. It's mostly used nowadays, in my opinion, as like a news platform. Like if something crazy goes on in the world, you can check the trending tab and figure out what things are. I don't think that Twitter users are necessarily a reason why nobody has like their favorite Twitter creator. If I had to actually be put on the spot, like if I was about to be beheaded and you asked me what character brings me in, I'd probably just say Justin Wang. That's about it. Other than that, nobody draws me in, bro. That is one of the most ego-central take. The major reason Twitter has stagnated in user growth, in my view, is because it's just not a great platform for people to post about their daily lives, the way Instagram is. It's most useful for journalists, political people, celebrities, all of whom are mostly verified. Dog, what are you talking about? You could literally post every day that you took a shit on a specific moment. There's nothing stopping people from doing that. Well, what's wrong with it? What? You know why user growth has stagnated? It's because user growth is not infinitesimal when it comes to social media networks. Even the newest social media networks that are trending like TikTok will eventually have stagnating growth, okay? It's just how markets work. I like this one where he started beefing with AOC, one of the politicians in the US. LMAO at a billionaire earnestly trying to sell people on the idea that free speech is actually a $8 a month subscription plan. Now, Elon's been getting a little ass mad about this. Your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8. Now, I want to just dispute the fact that free speech, this is not a free speech issue. Nothing has actually changed from you paying $8 a month or not. Maybe you might get fluffed up in the algorithm and you'll have a check mark, but you're still allowed to post whatever you want. Fuck, my cover page on Twitter is literally Elon and Ghislaine Maxwell, okay? And I still haven't been banned yet. Now, of course, Elon was deciding to do something 100% Colombian, it seems, and it was because it consists of billions of bidirectional interactions per day, Twitter can be thought of as a collective cybernetic superintelligence. This is a giant rectum with feces flowing out of it 24/7. I don't really know what this man is on about. I'm just saying. Now, of course, one of the final piece de resistance from our friend Elon was whenever questioned about the $8, he posted this one: $8 for Starbucks, and then $8 for Twitter verification every month. And of course, he posted like these soy jack memes. Now, generally, I'm one of those people where I think this idea can be relatively stupid, the Twitter verification for $8. Again, the only reason this would make sense to me is if I could actually earn revenue through it. Otherwise, I'm not paying to keep my check mark. I think the only people that need to do that are those that are actually making money off of Twitter or like big brands, okay? I'm not a big brand. I'm literally a fat Indian guy on the internet. Don't need no check mark for that shit, okay? Then, of course, you've got the Starbucks for $8. Before I tie this video off, can we all just agree Starbucks is shit? If you're paying $8 to drink whatever fucking diabetic monstrosity this is, you've got some actual problems, and you need to sort them out before you peddle this shit off to the rest of the world. I think we all can agree both these scenarios are dog water, and the soy jacks are not accurately representative. That said, though, ladies and gentlemen, do you think this is a dumb idea? Would you pay money to shitpost? Or not shitpost. Would you pay money to shitpost with a check mark, is the question. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I am out.